So I came back to Fiji in 93. I started going to the Sai centers. I was involved with lots and lots of organization. I was getting much better. Like I still had the tumor, but I was much, much better. I could do things. Started meeting with friends, and everything was getting better. So then the place where I was working, I was because the university stopped when I got sick, but the place where I was working in a CA chartered accounting firm, the boss actually saw me one day and he said, Sailesh, you were not very well. Instead of staying home and worried about your leg and all those things, why don't you come back to the office and do something in the office 1 or 2 days? At least your mind will be fresh as well. So I went back to my office where I was working with this company. And then what happened, my boss was very helpful, and he said to me, why don't you go and do some computer courses? So he joined me in a computer school. So this is way back in 1994, I started going to a computer school. So I was very much involved in Sai Baba's programs, So I was very full-time, so much of faith I had in my master. So in January, I started going to this computer school. So it was on 27th of January. 27 is a big number for me. Lots of good things have happened. Still, it's on 27 is something good happens. That's my number. I feel it's very, very powerful number. So it was on 27th of January. I was standing in January in 1994. I was standing in front of a road where my computer school was. So after finishing my computer school, I used to wait for my brother to pick me up and he'd take me home every afternoon. I was on one crutch that time, and I was standing on the road waiting for my brother. And I was with two of my cousins. We went to the same school. So as we were standing, and it was getting about afternoon, late evening time, about 7:30. And I was waiting for my brother on the road, and I saw there was a native Fijian man. He was dressed up in a white t-shirt and a white shorts. And back home in Fiji at that time, we all are the natives and the Indians. We are all very much connected with each other, and we all talk and all those things. But there is a bit of a slightest fear as well. What will something happens or something? Because of the issues and all the political things, and But this Fijian man, he was looking at me from the other side of the road in Suva, and he was just staring at me. And here I'm standing on this side of the road, and with my crutches, and that man was staring for a long time. The Fijian man, old man. He had a white t-shirt, white shorts, his white shoe, and in one of the hand he's holding a cone, and in one hand he was holding one of his shoe. So he was looking at me, and he crossed the road. And he came directly to me and stood in front of me. And I was a bit scared of him, because I thought why he's holding shoes in his hand, and and I thought he was not very right. So I just moved back a bit, and he said, "Hey boy, what happened to you?" This is what his question was towards me. And because I was quite scared, I said, nothing, I'm okay. He said, no, what's happened to you? Why are you holding these crutches? And I said, I've got some problems with my leg. And he said, what problem? And I said, I've got a lump on my leg. He said, yes, I know. Did you go overseas? Treatment? This is how he talked to me, like a Fijian. And I said, yes, I went to New Zealand for a treatment. He said, what did the doctor say there? And I said, doctor said there is no way, nothing can be done. Only thing, you have to have an amputation. And he said, no, not now. That's what this Fijian man said. And he said, you believe in God? This Fijian man. And I said, yeah, we all in Fiji, everyone believes in God. But I thought he would tell me to go to a church or go to these recruits used to come from America and do lots and lots of healing. I thought he would tell me. And then I said, yeah, I believe in God. So I did, but I didn't want to turn to Christian or anything. I just said, yes, I believe in it. I said, we all believe in God anyway. So he said, you believe in God? And I said, yes. And then he said, you look at me, my boy. He said, do you believe in Sai Baba? This man, And I was quite shocked, I said, what, a Fijian man talking about Sai Baba? I said, yes. And, in Fiji, Fijians, they don't know much about Sai Baba. So I said to him, yes, Sai Baba, I just wanted to tell him, Sai Baba is one of the gurus in India. And, there are so many gurus in India, and Sai Baba is one of the guru. Because, I didn't wanted to shaken my faith, so I didn't wanted to say more things about Baba, because I know that Baba is the one who saved me. But I didn't wanted him to say anything negative about him. So I said to him, there's so many gurus in India, he's one of them. And then he said, looked at me and he tapped my shoulder and he said, my boy, this is what he said, my boy, there's only one savior on this earth, and that's him, I'm Sai Baba's son and you are my son. I want you to go to India. And I said, no, I can't go to India. It's too far from Fiji to go to India. It's so expensive. I'm not rich. I can't go there. He said, no, don't worry about it. You save your money, earn some livings, earn some money, and then do some donations, and somehow or the other you go to India. End of this year, I want you to go to India to see Sai Baba. And I said, okay, but passingly, I said, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I will see. I don't know, but he's just an ordinary Fijian man. And then my cousins were standing there, and he said to my cousins, don't worry, your brother should go to India. He should go to Sai Baba. Sai Baba wants him in India. Send him to India. And those sisters of mine were just, they were just a bit scared of him. But anyway, that they moved. Then he said that, and he tapped me, and then he started walking. And as he was walking onto that street, and the place where we stay in Fiji, there is only one Sai Baba temple on that particular street in whole of Fiji, which is the Shirdi Sai Baba temple. And as he was walking by that road, and we are standing on that road, and I started to have tears in my eyes, because some Fijian men talking about this, our guru, our master. I was tears, and I said, why would this Fijian man talk about him? He must be someone special, He had short hair, he had a beard, and he had wearing white. Maybe Sai Baba comes in many different forms. Maybe that's Jesus Christ, or maybe he's ordinary man or someone. And he came, and we were talking about amongst each other. And then I looked up onto the street. He went and spoke to one man. And then he started walking. As he was walking, I saw in front of my eyes, out of my thin air, I saw that man, he actually disappeared. And I was totally shocked. I said, oh, how come he disappeared? Maybe he's gone into, some monkey mind takes over, right? Then the monkey mind take over. Oh, he must have gone into Suva Street, or he went to the other street, or he went to some other street. Then I just totally forgot about it. But I was so excited because this Fijian man told me. This is in January, I met him. So when I went back home, I went to my village temple. I told all my Sai groups in my village, and I told this, I really want to go to Baba because this Fijian man told me you should go to India. And then all my families and friends and the village people said, how can you go? It's too far. It's very hard to get visa, and plus you are sick. How would you go? Somehow the other, everyone started to inquire how to go to India. And then I started organizing myself. So I went and told my boss. My boss said, don't worry, we'll try our best to send you to India. And that's how my journey started, to go make arrangements to go to India and to see Sai Baba. So that was my first encounter with Sai Baba as a Fijian man. So what happened, I was in India with my master, right, in India. I went to India after a few months. By end of August, I went to India to see Sai Baba. Anyway, when I went there, in my second interview,